morning. Welcome to the Bearded Bama Bushcrafter. As you can see, I'm walking through the woods, and I am over here at my cousin's place once again. He told me he didn't mind if I came over here and looked around this old building and make a video. He said it'd be fine, so thought I'd walk over the house where it lives. They are out this time of year. I'll stop right here, see it up ahead. This is a cool place. This area is neat. This old hilltop. If you look over there, it drops down. Just heard some loud music. Somebody was playing some loud music over on the next property. Guess they're having a party. All right, well, much closer. My cousin was telling me a lot of little pygmy rattlesnakes hang out around here, so definitely looks like a good environment for them. This is a neat building. This building used to be an old store, and it was located off of a highway. And my cousin bought it and had it moved out here on his place. And he at one time was into woodworking. He made all kind of neat furniture and stuff. I'm under the porch. Look at this. Ooh wee! I just walked right past that. Look at that right there. That wasp nest. But it's neat to look at this old building. Now, I don't think that this blue color was the original color. I believe it was painted like that after he had it moved out of here. Definitely want to watch your step. Look at this. One piece of wood. This old glider, you don't see these things much anymore. Little TLC for this, and this thing will be nice. Let's see if we can get in here. I think it's open. Man, I'm going to have to watch that wasp nest. Them jokers boiled out of that hole. Look at that hole. They went back in. I guess I kind of alerted them. This was a little goldfish pond back in the day. Looked like an armadillo. Made him a den. But it has grown up over the years. A couple of the trees over time have fallen. These pine beetles get in these trees. And of course, it creates habitat for the woodpeckers, but they'll kill them over time for sure. You see where all the woodpeckers been up there making dens and eating the beetles and stuff out of the trees. All right, let's see if we can get in this place and look around. The back door is open. Kind of spooky. All right, looks like going into a cave. There's sunlight in here. I can't get the door open. Ain't no telling what kind of critters are living in here. Man, check out this old stove. That's awesome. He at one time had that hooked up. Scrap wood. Man. Old mallet. Trying to watch out for them wasps there over in that wall. Hoping this is showing up pretty nicely. Some old bottles. Old cassette tape. Traffic. Mr. Fantasy. I remember back when this shop was up and running. The new Yankee Workshop. And there's all kind of neat stuff in here. All kind of neat stuff. I'm glad this is not active. Ooh-wee. That was a big wasp nest. I wonder when the last time anyone besides me today has been up in this building. Old sticks. That's what I got that bucket for, to catch the rainwater. Man, that stove is solid. Not sure what that is. It's an old miter saw, isn't it? I think one time somebody came in here and stole a bunch of his tools that he had. He had a bunch of stuff up in here. Check this out. Let's go over here and see. That old sign. There used to be a thermometer there, but it's gone. It's been broken. This would be a neat place to fix up and have you a man cave up in the woods. Old stereo. That's an old one there. I almost was expecting to see a 8-track cassette. No 8-track and big old tapes. And my cousin, he's quite the artist. There's all kind of little drawings on the wall. This is the original wood from the store. These are the front doors, and they're barred shut. There's some neat things in here. I'd like to look up in that attic and see what's up there, but I don't have any way to get up in that scuttle hole. Something's built a nest. Little hinges. This is pretty cool. Check this out. Those are some old drink bottles from back in the day. That's got 1956 old Royal Crown Cola, and that's a knee-high. I wonder what flavor that was. My favorite was knee-high peach. 10 fluid ounces. These old bottles are pretty neat little treasures. Getting it over in the light so I can see the bottom. Sometimes the date's stamped on them. Old Knee-High. They had Knee-High Grape, Knee-High Strawberry, Knee-High Peach. Had all kind of different flavors. Bottle's in good shape. Yeah, that was 1956. Knee-High Corporation. That's 12 fluid ounces. Property of Knee-High Bottling Company. Trying to read all that stuff, see where it was bottled, where the Knee-High Bottling Company was. And it's funny, when you come around these old places, I remember when there was a lot of life here. And it was not nearly as overgrown as it is now. But time and neglect takes over. It definitely stirs memories. Check this out. This is cool. Old Coca-Cola. You can see it faded on there. They used to do those side of a building. It was basically a billboard. That is neat. I'd forgotten about that. But it was Coca-Cola. Drink Coca-Cola. King. Man. It's definitely faded. Alright guys, hope y'all enjoyed this video. Kind of a neat little place to visit. Old tin roof. That old stovepipe going up top there. That's tile. I don't know if you can see it that good up there through the trees. But this would be a cool place to restore. Got a tree on the other side, and then part of that tree fell down through the roof there. May have been the top of that tree right there. But it's definitely said boom right through the porch. That could be cleaned up. Move some of these trees back and just open it up a little bit. I don't see any other deadfall. No, just these big pines. They're still alive. Well, that's a big pine right there. Got a codominant top going to it. See that splits. That is a big pine. Got a huge cat face in it too. Let's check this out. Man, it's a big old pine tree. See the old cat face right there. Yeah, it splits. There's two tops. There's a deadfall. Widowmaker to call those. But I think that's far enough if it fell. Yeah, it wouldn't endanger the old building. A lot of holly's growing up in here too. I think that's a male. I don't see any berries. Berries always indicates that it's a female. So, all kind of stuff growing up. This used to be more open, and you could see all the way down through the woods. But over time, he's allowed it just to naturalize back and be thick. Guaranteed a lot of deer like to move through here. That is neat, that old Coca-Cola sign. Trying to remember how long it's been since he had this place moved out here. I bet it was 30 years ago or more. 30, 35. Shoot, it may have been 40. But check out, I just noticed the top of this. I know my cousin, he painted this, but that's a Hank Blue. It's faded. If y'all not familiar with Hank Blue, in the South it was a big thing back in the day. They would paint the underside of porches that blue, and it's a specific color. You can look it up, Hank Blue, and you'll have this color pop up. And what people, the superstition was it kept ghosts, haints from entering your house through the doorways because they were afraid of this color. My cousin, he's got a lot of, he can tell you a lot of neat stories loaded with all kind of information. And it's fun to sit around and talk with him. And he knows a lot about the history of the family and cousins and aunts and uncles and grandfathers, grandmothers. He's just a wealth of knowledge. So once again, let's look at this Hank Blue. I remember when I first learned about haints. I was a little kid, and some of our older cousins or uncles would be telling us stories about haints in the woods. The haints will get you, and you scare us to death. For some reason, I always pictured a haint as an old, gnarly, kind of old witch-looking woman. Ghost apparition. And I remember this goldfish pond. I don't know how he had the water in there. I guess it may have had a spring in it at one time. But this was a neat place. Still is a neat place. Needs some tender love and care. Bring it back to its glory. Wouldn't take much. This old wood, that's part of the, I wonder what kind of, I don't know if that's pine. But this was milled at an old, you can see the blade mark still in it. Sawmill back in the day. I know when the store was moved here, it was over 100 years old. So, it's older. This is peaceful. How many of y'all familiar with these old metal gliders? Definitely a part of my childhood. I can remember them at numerous friends and relatives' houses, sitting out in the yard or on the back porch, or shoot, even out in the front yard. This thing is in good shape. Just need probably some sandblasting, some primer, and a coat of green paint. Check this out. This is an old faded color. It was a green. Seems like it's kind of a mint green. It's been a long time since I've seen one of these. Hoping there ain't no wasp nest under this thing. I don't like wasps. They hurt. Hurt bad. Now we're recording. I don't know what I recorded there. Thought I was recording and looked down and it wasn't working. It's hard to see that old building. But it's there. So we're getting on out of here. Warming up a bit. And get on back to the house and get some things done for the day. Hope y'all enjoyed this video. Hope y'all enjoyed the little tour of that old building. May come back over and do some camping when it cools off a bit more. And camp under that old porch. That'd be neat. Maybe tell some ghost stories or some Bigfoot stories. See if I can get some folks to join me. That'd be a good time. I know a couple of people that would probably enjoy sitting around talking about some Bigfoot, some haints, all kind of other supernatural things. That'd be a fun place to sit and camp, especially if it's raining. Old tin roof. Man, that's sounding good already. Alright guys, well, y'all hit that like button. If you're liking these videos, comment. Give me a thumbs up. Say howdy. Subscribe if you're not subscribing. Follow along. We'll see what kind of adventures are waiting us up ahead. Alright guys, well, y'all take it easy. We'll see you next time.